Hello and welcome to Meanwhile in the Falklands, our weekly podcast to tell you everything about what's going on in the Falklands and what's going on with us at FITV. I'm Kyle Knappett.
I'm Hannah Newton.
And I'm Oliver Thompson.
And we have had a very, very busy week and a very, very tiring day yesterday as we were setting up for Burns Night.
Whoop whoop! One night left.
One night left.
It's on. We're hosting a very extra special Burns Night.
Yes, we are.
Did one last year, and we thought, you know what, we're going to revive it. Let's do it again.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been
in
tasked with setting it all up and organising it, which has been good. Also, and the Harbour Light Cinema, we should say.
Yes,
It's not all just a FITV effort, but no, it's been fun. She said
fun to say the least. Especially when you're carting a whole bunch of tables up and down the town hall lift, and then carting them into the town hall and setting them up. And then also dealing with all the other tables that were already there and the chairs. Can you tell that I was doing a lot of exercise yesterday?
Yes, I know. Carl's just fulfilled his yearly exercise remit for the year.
Just to make it clear, I do physical exercise every now and again, but this will probably do it for the year now. But yeah, so we've been in full Burns Night mode for a little while now, and it's finally all coming together, which we're all very, very excited about. But obviously, that's not the only thing we've been doing, because we do have Falklands in Focus, our weekly news show.
Woo!
So we've been working very, very hard on a very extra long show this week.
Squirreling away.
And we were at Government House quite a lot this week.
You guys have been living in Government House. Do tell. Where have you been? Where were you last night, Ollie?
Yeah.
We were at the Police Awards, my first solo trip over to the Government House. So it was the first. Yeah, it was good. It was really good. I'm starting to become a regular there now. I'm at a new home, second home. No, it was good. It was nice to see the police be recognised for the hard work that they do. And like I say, they were some of the members were rewarded with awards and titles, but that will be coming next week, won't it? In the next
you're going to catch next week's show. But you were also at Government House on Tuesday for a special swearing in.
Yes, for the
not rude swearing.
Not rude swearing.
So it was me and Kyle that time. So it was for the senior magistrate. So she was sworn in, should I say, not signed in. She was sworn in by His Excellency the Governor. So that was good. Again, that was a nice little occasion. And then also we went down for the Guyana delegation who was around, which obviously both of them are on this week's show. So do check it out on Falklands in Focus.
Now, I didn't realise, backtracking a bit to Senior Magistrate, the Senior Magistrate of the Falkland Islands isn't just the Senior Magistrate of the Falkland Islands.
No.
She's also the Senior Magistrate of South Georgia and the Southern Atlantic Islands. Or
the South Sandwich Islands.
South Sandwich Islands,
And Antarctica, the British Antarctica.
That's quite a lot of countries to have to deal with.
There is a lot of countries. I think they were saying on the day that the Senior Magistrate down here has the greatest amount of land that any senior magistrate in the world has jurisdiction over. Yeah. So we were asking her about that, and does this make a lot of pressure and blah blah. And to be fair to her, she was saying, well, I don't think there's a lot of climate in Antarctica, so we don't really have to deal with that. So I think she's probably mainly going to be working with the Falklands. But yeah, it's quite a unique role being the senior magistrate down here, because obviously you're covering all that land and dealing with all kinds of stuff, all kinds of like
cases and stuff,
cases,
isn't it?
That's
a lot
what
of
I
different
meant, cases.
But yeah, she deals with lots of different kinds of cases and stuff, doesn't
does.
she? Which is quite exciting. And probably has to deal with things she probably wouldn't deal with in the UK. It's almost like a mini court, but
it is a little bit, isn't
know.
it? And the other thing she was talking about down there was her wig that she has to wear, because apparently it gets wig. It gets terribly warm when she's wearing it. Yeah. And I think we got a really nice shot of the governor's big feathery hat next to the senior magistrate's lovely judicial wig.
I really wanted you to try on that wig and see a shot of Carl in there just trying on the wig.
I feel like that would have been. I feel like I'd have been chucked out if that had happened. they're very special and personal items. Those wigs.
I wonder how they get washed. That's one thing.
Yeah.
How do you wash a wig?
I don't know how you'd wash a wig. I know that they're all specially made for each individual person by this like one shop in London.
Do you wash them though, or do you?
Well, I imagine
you can't just stick them in the wash can.
You have to.
Maybe you wash them with baby shampoo or something.
Maybe. Yeah.
Who knows?
Do get in touch.
God, do let us know if you know how to wash a wig.
Wash them with a very, very soft brush.
Yes.
And
take good care of your wig. Anyway,
moving on. As Ollie mentioned, there is a delegation from Guyana down in the islands at the minute, and we had a press conference with them earlier in the week, and then they were also at a Government House reception, and they've been down here learning all about the Falklands, and I think they spent some time on Bleaker Island, seeing some of the wildlife out there. Now they're in Stanley. having meetings with a lot of people in business down here, and prominent members of the community. And I think it's like a trip to enhance the relationship between Guyana and the Falklands, isn't it, Ollie?
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, it's the first ever time a delegation's come to the Falklands.
Yeah.
But when
from
we were
Guyana, yeah.
Yeah, from Guyana. Yeah, sorry, yeah. Got to get that one in there. But I was speaking to the Honourable Teslin, and she was saying that they were supportive of the 2013 referendum when she went over there. So, like I say, there is a developing relationship between the two countries. But yeah, it was really, they were really passionate to see what the Falklands is all about, and basically and there is a piece next week, this week, sorry. But yeah, they're really passionate to see what's going on in the Falkland Islands.
They must have had a bit of a shock when they arrived to the wet and windy weather compared to, I imagine Guyana's probably a little bit tropical.
Well, they were saying that they've got lovely blue water and white sand beaches and stuff, so I think they might have gotten a bit of a shock when they came down here, and we had all kinds of awful wind and rain and horrible stuff. But the other thing that we've been doing this week is that we've been learning a lot about penguins, haven't we? Yeah. Because it's been Penguin Awareness Day this week.
Yes, now do tell, what is the difference between Penguin Awareness Day and World Penguin Day?
Good point, really, but I know it's quite cliche, but the Penguin Awareness Day is just to raise awareness of penguins and to face the challenges to do with climate change. Whereas World Penguin Day is to appreciate the penguins, even though basically you appreciate penguins, especially if you live in the Falklands, because they're everywhere.
Always
here.
appreciate penguins. I've never met a person that didn't appreciate a penguin.
But it is nice to have two special days for them, because I think the numbers here are quite steady, but around the world they are some of the species are threatened or endangered. So it's nice to raise awareness of this, of how climate change and all the other effects are affecting the colonies around the world. But at the moment, they're quite stable in the Falkland Islands. So
that's good.
Yeah.
Especially because we've got so many penguins down here.
Exactly.
And we've got 30% of the world's lockhopper population, which is absolutely mad. And I think you found out we've got the second largest colony of king penguins, am I right?
Most accessible.
Most
accessible colony of king penguins in the world. And what was the other one? Gen 2 penguins.
Gen 2, there we
go. is the fastest underwater swimming bird in the world, which are quite abundant here.
Wondering, listener, why we're all laughing at Ollie saying Gen 2, but in his original package when he first edited it, he called them Gentoo. Gentoo penguins. So we've all learnt something new this week.
But we had another interesting day on Wednesday as well. Well, I had a very interesting day on Wednesday.
Did you? Do tell.
Because I seem to be stalking CBF, who is the commander of the British Armed Forces down here in the South Atlantic Islands. So we did talking point with him at 2:00, and we had the lovely Richard Cockwell come in, and we set up in Hillside and asked him all kinds of questions about his time down here and what he does in his free time and
his role and things like that. So that will be on this week's show, after our show.
And he seems to know quite a lot about fishing.
He is a very avid fisherman.
Yes, he is.
Apparently, he's written a couple of books on fishing. Yep. He writes articles regularly for the local newspaper here, Penguin News. So he's very keen on fishing. And especially here, there's loads of places you can go fishing.
Loads of places.
Catch a couple of trout.
Yeah, so if you need any fishing tips, just phone up Mount Pleasant, ask to speak to CBF, and he'll know everything you need to know. But, so that was very nice. And then I saw him again.
You followed him, didn't you?
I followed him 2 hours later as we went down to the museum where he was doing a cheque presentation to the Stephen Jaffrey Memorial Fund. So what had happened was that one of the shops up at MPA raises about £5,000 every year for different charities, and this time they're donating £500 to the Stephen Jaffrey Memorial Fund.
What does the Stephen Jaffrey Memorial Fund do?
Well, I asked them when I was down there and said, what are you going to use the money for? And they said it's mainly for ensuring that if people need to go out for medical expenses, they've got a place to stay and can afford to go and that kind of thing, which is a very good point.
And it's for family members, I think, as well, is it? So the family members can come up as well, because obviously here we're quite isolated, and flights can be extremely expensive to get off the island. So if people do fall ill and they need to go away for their family members, how are they supposed to get that?
Exactly.
Also, imagine it's your main breadwinner is the person who's fallen ill, and then what? You're left with your kids or whatever. You need some sort of security. That charity does a lot of good stuff.
Yes, they do. And they seem very appreciated for getting the donation as well, which is very nice. And then, of course, we went to the Guyanan delegation Government House reception, and CBF was there as well. So, couldn't get rid of me that day. Could not get rid of me. I was just following him around everywhere.
Like paparazzi.
Like paparazzi, pretty much. Speaking of paparazzi, I got papped.
Oh yes, we have to mention this. So, this was very exciting, wasn't it?
Yes,
Where was it? Tuesday night.
Tuesday night.
We went shopping to the West store, and we were doing our shopping. Got in the queue.
Yep.
Waited to pay for our items, and there was a slight hubbub going on behind us.
Hubbub.
A couple of ladies you could hear mentioning FITV, mentioning, oh, it's that Carl Nackay. Mentioned Carl's name. Turned out they'd seen him in the cinema. Because we, as FITV, have a very lovely cinema ad that I just so happened to be away for. Oh, what a shame.
What a shame.
And they recognised his face from the big screen.
Yes, they did.
So what did they were hounding you, weren't they?
They were hounding me. They were talking to me about the advert, and then I got a picture with them, and then they hugged me and took a picture. It was, oh my God. But just suffice to say, if you want to speak to me from now on, go through my agent. Yeah. I'm too good for all of this now.
As soon as you got back, that was the first thing. You could see yourself like...
You were so excited.
That's the first thing you said.
Well, it's a bit weird because it happens every now and again because obviously we're on the TV at FITV where someone will come up to you and say, oh, you're from FITV and blah, blah. And you never really get used to it, do you? I don't.
It's a bit odd, especially when it's people that you don't know.
Yes.
Or people will come up to you and talk to you as if they've known you. They know you.
Yeah.
And it's like, lovely, but I don't really know your name. Do you know? And you think, and there's no way you can ask that. It's too late for that because they're talking to you like your mates.
And you spend half the conversation going, do I know you? I don't know.
Where do I recognise you from?
Maybe. But no, the two lovely ladies that stopped me in the West Store were very, very nice and very, very kind. And they were very, very complimentary about that cinema advert. They said that I was probably the best member of FITV. No one could do better than me.
You've got all that to look forward to.
So yes, I had a very interesting evening that night.
Have you perfected your autograph now?
Not quite yet.
For the future.
But I'm working on prices to give people when they're asking for it first.
Oh God, here you go.
All sorts, yeah.
See what we've got for the next week.
Carl memorabilia.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing a signing event in the Capstan at some point, so make sure you turn up for that. But one of the other things that we've done this week was we had a very lovely and relaxing time when we went up to Darwin.
Oh yeah, yes. That was good. First time for all of us, wasn't it?
First time to Darwin. Yeah. And for those of you that don't know, Darwin is a little, what would you call it? It's not quite a hotel, but it's not.
It's like a guest house.
It's like a guest house
out in the countryside, which is quite nice. So we went up there to do a bit of filming of their bedrooms and stuff for a promotional video.
Yeah, so we met Dolly and Anton, who are absolutely lovely.
And they had a lovely dog. I've got to say that. Beautiful dog. Tess.
So lovely. She was getting down all business. And
Labrador,
yes. And you were trying to get her to smile for the camera. And
it was very funny. Never worked with children, dogs, or animals. Was it children, animals,
children and animals?
Yeah, that's definitely it. We were trying to get her to pose in the mid between Dolly and Anton for the camera, and I think I got a lot of shots of the side of Tess's head. But hey ho,
it was quite a struggle, and she was. I think she was on the hunt for some treats. And that was probably why she wasn't.
I know, slightly distracted.
Yeah, slightly distracted. But yes, as we said, it was our first time to Darwin, and we all kind of got distracted for a bit, looking out the window.
I know, we all zoned out.
Taking in the view.
We were relaxing after the busy week we had before.
Yes, we were.
I think we could stay there for ages, just watching
the. Sitting there,
it's
relaxed.
so beautiful up there, isn't it?
So if anyone wants to pay for us to go to Darwin or sponsor us, anyone listening, take us out on holiday, please do.
Yes.
FITV appeal.
Yes, FITV appeal. Give these celebrities a break.
Oh, here we go. No, because on the backdrop there was also Mount Usborne.
Yes, there
Osborne.
was. Yes.
I don't know how you pronounce it yet, but which is the roof of the Falklands, 705 metres high.
Tallest mountain in the Falklands, as far as
mountain or hill? Should we say? I don't know.
What
classifies a mountain?
Yes, what's halfway between a hill and a mountain?
Mound.
No, it was quite a nice little backdrop though, because it had a Corrie Lake just in the foreground, so it looked so nice with that kind of the surrounding mountains and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it was such a nice little. It was therapeutic. Yes. We'll go with that.
I think we need to get up Mount Osborne at some point.
Absolutely.
Because I think a lot of people...
Carl's bucket list. This is it. Here we go. Carl's leaving in March, so we've kind of created you a bucket list.
So what have you got on it so far?
We're going to make him do.
You got 3 things on it so far, have you?
I think I've got 2 things on it. I've got Mount Osborne and I've got kayaking. But
I have to laugh. Imagining Kyle on a kayak is something
that'd be good.
Quite comical.
I've done a fair amount of my adventure sports, I'll have you know. I've done kayaking before. I can paddle.
Kyle's going to become the new Bear Grylls.
I already am Bear Grylls. Look, you've not
shifting a couple of tables at Burns took it out of you, but nah, you can do Mount Osborne any day.
You've not seen my survival skills, okay? That was shifting the tables down was a big warm up. But yes, because I think a lot of people do with Mount Osborne is that they kind of make a whole weekend of it and go out camping at the base and then make their way to the top and make their way back down. And I think it could be quite a good bonding experience for us at FITV, especially after we've been up tumble down a couple of weeks ago.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But looking ahead to next week, we have quite a few things on actually.
Bits and bobs. We've got another. Well, actually, I was going to say we're going to be living at Government House, but actually we're not because there's a special reception for the D-miners on the Monday, which is actually in the town hall because the D-mining programme this year is coming to an end. They've been down here for a couple of years now, and they'll be getting lots of certificates and accommodations and stuff, and it's open to the public.
Yes.
So anyone can come along. Partially dress smart and say thanks to them. So that should be nice.
We're doing a lot of good work down here.
Oh, nice.
What else have we got on?
There's something very special happening on Monday because Mr. Steve Foams will be back in the islands.
Extra special parcel we've got to go and pick up from the airport.
So yes, Mr. Foams will be returning from his lovely holiday, and I think he'll probably be wanting to rest and relax for a couple of days after the flight, which I can't blame him for. And then on Wednesday, me and Olly are going to be the most wonderful actors in the world.
Yes. Oh yeah, can't wait.
You guys are going to be my actors for some filming I've got to do for Falkland Islands holidays.
Yes, we are.
Which we get. So you guys are going to pretend to be tourists.
Yes.
Oh yeah, so get our cameras and backpacks. And
I'm already getting in the zone. I'm thinking about holidays. I'm thinking about being a tourist. I'm starting my method acting now. So I think I'm going to be fine and ready for that filming on Wednesday.
Brilliant.
And then next weekend, Government House. Well, we'll be back to Government House again because they can't get rid of us. Because they're opening up their gardens for the day.
That is such a good day, honestly. You guys haven't been to any Government House open gardens yet, have you?
No,
but
no, not yet.
It's really cool because you get to go in all the polytunnels and see all the veg that they're growing, which is amazing. They've also got all these like flowers and different things. You can try some of the jams that are made with the fruits from the garden.
Oh, nice.
It's just really nice. Fingers crossed the weather will be good for that.
That would be really good because everyone raves on and on about the produce from Government House, and it's in quite.
Because they give a lot of their produce to the hospital.
Yes, they do.
Oh, nice! I didn't know that.
Which is quite nice of them.
For people to have there, so it should be nice
I'm
to actually go and try some.
looking forward to that. And then on Sunday there is a rugby match up at NPC between the Falklands rugby team and the rugby team up at the military base, which will be very interesting. I've not seen.
You gonna take part?
Maybe
Carl's
not.
bucket list.
I've got to prepare for my Bear Grylls adventure. So you know, and I'm still recovering from. It's a whole thing. I can't just do everything. But I think that's all that we've got on the board at the moment in terms of what we're doing.
We can't give it all away.
We can't give it all away.
Got to watch our show.
Watch the show. So yeah, watch the show and see what we're up to. But I think that's a pretty good stopping off point for now.
We've got booze to shift. Am I allowed to say that?
We've got all kinds of things to shift.
Mountains of liquor to shift to the town hall, so we better be on our way.
We'll be straight to the town hall after this to finish up the preparations for Burns Night.
Some more heavy lifting for Kyle.
Yes, exactly. Woohoo!
Can't wait.
But we will catch up with you next week,
obviously,
for next week's podcast, where you can hear about how well Burns Night has gone.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. There'll be no major problems on the night, which is all you can hope for any kind of event. But yes, that is our show. You can catch more episodes of our podcast on SoundCloud or iTunes. And if you want to watch our lovely FITV Falklands and Focus show, you can go on our website and subscribe online. It's really, really cheap. And it's quality content, if I do say so myself.
Not biased in any way.
Not biased in any way. But yes, that'll do it for us. And we shall see you next week.
Bye.
See you later.